move straight to the NPFL Super Six, and most of the teams, as we said, went on Thursday, right? It's all been consecutive results, and most of the coaches really are not happy about it. But we expect that today we'll have a better outing from most of the teams, from the China Eagles to Plateau United, the Premier League champions, to Kano Pillars, the host, to Aqua United, the ITO Cup winners, and also, of course, to Aimba. So all the coaches are really not so happy.
All
the fact that
all
the big boys, all of them.
All of them.
Okay, games today. Hopefully, we can get goals. That's what I want to see. Kano Pillars, MFM will take to the field. That's the first game that will be played before the China Eagles, and of course, Aimba will take to the field. So right now, you can't really say who's going to top the group or anything, because they are all on the same point, same results, same goals scored, and everything. Yeah,
so hopefully we'll get to see goals in this one. But let's talk about the China Eagles. They are, for obvious reasons, the most talked about side in this tournament, because there's a big one next year in Morocco, the African Nations Championship, the championship for home-based players. And a lot of Nigerians are just interested in seeing what this team looks like, what is the makeup. Obviously, we have an idea from the Waffle Cup. They got to the final. We know how the final turned out, so not what a lot of Nigerians expected. But that's in the past now. They're looking ahead and they're building. And the coach, Salisu Yusuf, and he's had a lot to say. He's still building, and you just wonder how many months do you have to continue building? You
know, when you have an opportunity like this to play in a 6 tournament, you know, you have 5 clubs you're going to face. You're not just looking at the players you have right now. You're looking at all the players. If you feel, okay, there are some players that are better in that other squad, you want to pick the player to join, because we're talking about national team assignment now. So I think what Coach Salisu Yusuf is trying to do with this tournament is, if he's got better players from other squad, he wants to pick them and join the China Eagles. While the other ones that are there will have to go, and that's the reason why they have that 30-man squad.
Absolutely.
So injury might just come in, and some people keep talking about the fact that in general, what happens is some of these players leave. But then you've got an opportunity right now, so you spread. I mean, your dragnet and all that should be very wide.
Yeah, it is wide. It is very wide for Salisu Yusuf, and the fans turned up to watch. Like, they're always in Kano. They really like the football.
But they've not been enjoying it at all.
How do you know that?
Fine, they might play a very fantastic game, but playing well and not having goals to celebrate,
I get your point.
That's always the problem.
I'm just teasing you. Anyways, Coach Salisu Yusuf, he's had a lot to say, and for me, there's not a lot of time left, right? So he knows he's working against time now, and he just has to, get his team all sorted for the African Nations Championship, which Nigeria hasn't won. Let's listen to Coach Salisu Yusuf now.
If you observe, we use between 7 and 8 new players, 8 or 9, and the next game we'll do the same thing to give others opportunity to play, to see them, and that is the basis of this participating in this tournament. It's not about us winning, it's about us giving chance to young potential that we recognize in the league, to see them whether they can be able to play to our level. Then maybe at the when we start camping in Abuja, if we see another player from, like the number 9 from Plateau, we'll give him opportunity to be with us in Abuja, and we still look for Pillars, Aqua, and Aimba. If there's a player that impresses us too, we invite him to join us in camp, so that we'll build a better team for the country.
That's the coach and Salisu Yusuf, home-based Eagles head coach, and speaking on preparations for the African Nations Championship next year in Morocco. Cecilia, I mean, what's more to say? Today they take on Aimba of Abba. That looks like an explosive matchup, if you ask me.
There just have to be goals in that one. Of course, it's going to be explosive. Even the one they played against Plateau United, I mean, for those who watched it, said the game was really entertaining and all that. It was a wonderful game. But then when the goals are not coming. You won't describe it as such. So today we just expect something really. We saw Paul Agbogo, watching the China Eagles and Plateau United. So, I mean, he would have noticed some stuff that he's going to put into this game. And since most of the coaches are not happy that the players are not scoring, they're underperforming and all that, they understand it's pre-season. But then it's whatever you have now, you can actually easily translate into, when the season starts. We're going to listen to Abdul Makaba, the coach of Aqua United. I think he says his players' performance has been average so far in all the pre-season.
The league first, domestic league. We want to have a good takeoff in the league. and we want to carry that form into the continent. And that is what we are trying to do. We start with this type of competitions. It's very important for us. If in the 9 games we played here in Kano, we lost only 1 out of the 9 games, it's an average performance. The little corrections we'll do, I believe the team will look better.
We've not been doing well as champions. I think maybe we're sleeping. We have to come out and play and give a good account of ourselves, because if we want to play in the continent and we're struggling like the way we were struggling the last games we played, we won't go anywhere. And actually they came out and played to instruction, played them off with a good game they gave out today.
Let's talk about the Flamingos. On Saturday by 4 p.m. in Benin City, they will be taking on Ethiopia. We understand how Benin City has been for some of these girls. Is more like a slap for them right now. Any teams that get there, whatever happens away from home usually doesn't count. So Nigeria-Ethiopia is a game we'll be looking forward to on Saturday, the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup that will be in Uruguay next year. So 1-1 the first leg ended. So I think Coach Bala Nikiyu will have his work cut out. All you need to do, outright win, and you're in the final.
It's sounding like this is going to be a massive test for the Flamingos.
Yeah.
That's what I can get from what you're saying, and I'm a bit surprised. Now this is Nigeria going up against Ethiopia. No disrespect to them, they're a good side, but if you compare the levels of both countries, you see Nigeria's miles ahead. And
that's how it used to be. You think it's still like that now, right?
Yeah, I mean,
because of
certain countries.
Okay.
Ethiopia, they're good. Not as good as Nigeria. Certainly not. Don't have as many talents as Nigeria. But from the first leg, we can tell that they're a very competitive side. You know, 1-1 ended when a lot of people felt Nigeria would just roll into town and get the 3 points. It didn't turn out that way. Not so easy. Easier said than done. But Nigeria playing in Benin, where Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, that's been the venue really now for the national team. So the Falconets play there. So basically they're playing in front of a very partisan crowd, a very passionate crowd that will, push them all the way in case they might need it to get the win. I think the Flamingos, they have what it takes to go and win this game, Cecilia. So maybe you should just relax.
No, I'm like, I mean, we're shocked by the draw, and we're like, we're playing Ethiopia. Come on. I think I should give it to the Coach Bala Nikiyu, because what he was able to do within 3 weeks' time, he was given. Okay, all of a sudden you have to continue what you started last year, and all that. You have to qualify these girls for this championship. Just come take over. And the season, the league wasn't even in session, so you had to look for girls, put them together, and he went to Ethiopia. Was able to pick up a draw from there